Welcome everyone, hope you're well. Episode 17. There we go. First of all, we will go through the answers to episode 16 because the answer video I did for episode 16 for some reason had a little bit of technical issues, a little bit jerky. I think the sound was okay, but the video was a little bit poor. So the whole idea, I think we'll do episode 16 first. Do that one first and then see how we get on. Right, so very quickly, the oh, that's a big one. I need to make that a little bit smaller. What I'm doing here is realizing what I should have done is very quickly make sure when I'm putting stuff in to make sure it's the right size rather than yeah, finding out at the moment that it's, there we go. I'm having to do this on the fly. Not exactly what you call the most professional thing in the world, but again, we're getting there. So we'll do question 16 first, get all the answers to that one, and then we'll go over to, there we go, got it now. Should have proofed this first. Doesn't matter, it's fine. We're coming to the end of this thing now, so it's fine. So question 1, 2 and 3, rather than going through them individually, I'll go through the whole lot. First of all, 22 to 30 handicap. What are the chances of scoring a net 5 under your handicap? So yes, what's the chances of you scoring well, effectively 5 under your handicap, which would be 22, 30, wing 17, 25. Wow, yeah. Net down to 72 to 67. Really quite difficult. Now, obviously, this changes depending on what handicap you are. Obviously, it's a lot easier for you to do that as a 28 handicapper than it is if you're a scratch golfer. Not many times ever as a scratch golfer do you shoot 5 under your handicap, which is 5 under the course, give or take. And then we've got part 2 is 10% of golfers carry a club they use less than once in question mark rounds, just to see how many people don't utilize their bags properly. And question 3 is if all par 3s and 4s and 5s, so if all par 3, 4s and 5s with the same length, how long would each have to be on a par 72 course for a 12 handicap golfer, yeah, to score 72 on average? So that's 72, just basic 72, not 72 plus a handicap, that's 72. So how many to score 72 shots? And how long would the holes have to be? How long would every par 3 have to be? How long would every par 4 have to be? And how long would every par 5s would have to be? So how long would each one have to be? So let's go over to the answers very, very quickly. When I say very, very quickly, what I mean by that is the fact that I've also not checked the fact that it's massive and I'm having to resize it very, very quickly, of which I'm doing right now. It's all a live production, guys. Right. Answer to question 1. So the question 1 was 22 to 30 handicap. What's the chance of you scoring a net 5 under your handicap? 1 in 72 rounds. 1 in 72. There you go. So not as easy as you think. People think golf is difficult, and the whole idea is you're not shooting your handicap every single time you play. I think it's round about the 1 in 5-ish. 20% chance of actually shooting your handicap or slightly better. All the rest of them are worse. So if you're an 18 handicap and run a 72 course and you score 92, actually it's a pretty good day. You may not be happy, but you should be, because the system's not worked that you should be hitting par and better every single time. If not, your handicap's going to come down. Part 2 is 10% of golfers carry a club they use less than once in how many rounds? You are not going to believe that one. 20 rounds. So 10% of golfers, 1 in 10 golfers, carry a club they use less 20 rounds. Just making sure my phone is going off at the same time. No, it's cool. I have got the chat behind there going, guys, so you can pop it on there if you want. Part 3, if all par 3, 4s and 5s were the same length, how long would each have to be on a par 72 course for a 12 handicap golfer to score 72 on average? This is where everybody's noodle is going to get cooked. Par 3s would have to be 35 yards to guarantee them getting it in 3 shots. 35 yards away is for a 12 handicap golfer. So these are effectively the stats for a 12 handicap golfer. A 12 handicap golfer to guarantee to get it in the hole, so from the fairway, 35 yards away. That's not far, but just over 100 feet. Par 4s would have to be 216 yards. Well, I know a lot of you guys on occasion play par 3s at 216 yards. Very difficult, I know. But if you are a 12 handicap golfer and you're playing a par 3 of 216 yards and you walk off with a 4, good score. Good score. And par 5s would have to be 380 yards. That's it. For a 12 handicap to score par on it. Not par with their 12 handicap, actually par. There you go. Right, so from that we obviously had the leaderboard. I'll let that flick over now. This is the leaderboard pre-episode 17. Yeah, pre-episode 17. And it'll go through. These are the people that basically only just jumped in for 1 or 2. That was it. Should have stayed on for longer because obviously their points would have gone up. But yeah, where they thought it was just a one-trick pony and that was it. No, there's 18 holes of golf, and so there's going to be 18 holes of this, or will there be? We'll see. Right, flick over. I wish I could speed this up, but I can't, unfortunately. But I will get everything else ready at the same time. Yeah, I'm getting everything ready. There we go. Right, so we're getting down to the ones, and here we go. So to nitty gritty, we've basically got a 6-point lead over 3, over 2, over 2, and dead heats. So because obviously from episode 16, there's only 2 holes to go. You can only get 10 points maximum, obviously 5 points each. And so effectively, if it was going to be at the end of episode 17, depending on what the gap was, would depend if it goes into episode 18. Right, let's knock that one on the head. Let's get to the nitty gritty. This is what we were been asking for the last question. Part 1 was, if a 15 handicap golfer hits the green with a pitching wedge, what club would a scratch handicap golfer use to get the same median proximity? There you go. And then obviously part 2 was, if a 10 handicap golfer hits a 7-iron into a green, what is their median proximity to the hole? Median is middle one, not the average, the middle one. The great thing with using median over average is that with average, because you do get some weird and wonderfuls, knifing over the green with a 60-degree wedge that travels 125 yards when it only needed to travel 50, and duffs and stuff like that. You take the median one and it is a very good indicator. So let's go do the answers on now. Hang on a second. Let's just do them one by one. Should we do them one by one? Should we do them one by one? Yeah, let's do them one by one. Okay, so first of all, question, if a 15 handicap golfer hits the green with a pitching wedge, what club would a scratch handicap golfer use to get the same median proximity? 7-iron. That is how much better they are. And this is the interesting thing. People say very much so that it's putt for dough and all this lot. Get it? Drive for show and that. But iron play is extremely important. Quality of strike is extremely important, like really properly important. And so there you go, pitching wedge to a 7-iron. And remember this as well for a little snippet of extra information. 15 handicap golfer will hit a certain distance with their irons. Yep, generally speaking, and it is a true thing. The lower in the handicap you go, the further you hit it. And so if a 15 handicap golfer hits the green with a pitching wedge, at their distance, what would a scratch handicap go to? But anyway, 7-iron. There you go. All done. Let's go to the next one. Part 2 is, if a 10 handicap golfer hits a 7-iron into a green, what's the median proximity to the hole? And here we go. Nearly 20 yards when he hits the green. That is quite an interesting number in itself. So a 10 handicap golfer is good. Decent golfer. Hits a 7-iron into the green, what is their median proximity to the hole? Obviously when they hit the green, and it is that far. Quite a long way, isn't it? Considering, depending on what the distance of greens are, a lot of them will miss the green. On really big greens, they can be even further away. Massive putts. 60 feet is still a decent sized putt, but there you go. Surprised quite a few people. This one was not so hard. We didn't get so random. We got more random on the question 16 than we did on this one. So let's get to the all important, the leaderboard after the fact. And I'll just let it run. There we go. So you can't see because it's already gone. That's the whole idea. So basically, if Niels, I think Niels was on top with a 6-point lead, and William was second. Yeah, so if William has outdone Niels on this one by 1 point, bring it down to 5. Obviously, we are going to hold 18. We will see. I'm padding now because I can't speed this up. Well, I can, but by the time I mess around speeding it up, it would have already been there anyway. So we'll just have to wait for all these people. So we have had, I did do a little bit of a check, and there we go, we'll do it now. Niels 73 and William 67. So we have a 6-point gap, which means Niels is the winner. Now, if I had time, I'd come up with a really nice graphic, winner, winner, winner kind of idea, but I've been so busy doing the Vice Golf irons content that I just didn't have time to do it. So apologies to that, Niels, the fact that I didn't get something a little bit more snazzy for you. Now, for Niels in question, definitely that's obviously Niels has won. So Niels will be winning the free custom fit set of irons from either 11 Golf or Sub 70, whatever he wants to choose. I do have to double check that 1, you are a subscriber to the channel. 2, that you have liked the videos, that you have put yourself, yep, no. 3, that you've followed Sub 70 and 11 Golf on their social media, which is their Facebook and their Instagram. There you go. And apart from that, there you go. So I do have to check that one, Niels, obviously to keep everything above board, open and happy. So very quickly, I'll get rid of that. I'll go get rid of all of this if I can, so we can get to the chat. Oh, I've made the chat all very, very wrong now. I'll do that in the background whilst I chat along. But, oh, where is it? There it is. And I'll make it a bit bigger. There we go. I made the chat very small. That's all back in it. So anyone wants to put a chat in there, obviously they can do. So I had a few different stats from the stats to strokes from the performance of the videos. Now we've done 17 question videos, 17 answer videos, and this really is for you guys, so you kind of understand that there will not be a season 2. I was kind of hoping that the from stats to strokes would gain a bit of pace, and it's a bit of fun, of course it is, and it is also a great way of learning something. Being a bit easier on yourself, for 1, most golfers are way too hard on themselves. 2, making better decisions on the golf course. Massively making better decisions on a golf course, knowing what golf clubs to use, what your expectations are for each individual golf club that you decide to use at any given point. It makes you enjoy golf better, it makes you score better for free. We're not talking about technique, we're not talking about swing change or anything else like that. We're just talking about what choices you make in between your ears, which can save you valuable strokes. So the whole idea was to do that. Now, over the time, and it has been going on for quite some time now, because I've had my normal stuff that I've got to do going on as normal, and we've got another video dropping in about an hour, which is the Hot Metal Pro against Hot Metal Pro JPX 925, the new one against the old 923, to see if there's any difference or not. But the amount of work that I've put into this, obviously we've had 17 and 17, so 34. There's been 34 individual videos where I'm having to do all the back work for and all that lot. We have had circa about 16,000 views for the competition, which has always been nice. We've had over 700 entries, which has also been fun and good, and yeah, it's always great to get inclusion engagement. And this is the fun bit. For the people that watch this, and have got this far, guess in the comment section, because I won't say it now, and for possibly the one person that knows, don't spoil it. But put in how much do you think for the entire 34 videos, all the work that goes behind it and stuff like that. Guess how much money do you think I've earned from the video, or videos, not video, from the videos for the whole entire series of From Stats to Strokes. Pop in the comments, how much money do you think I have made from the entire series? The entire series. 34 videos, countless hours worth of work. There you go, I'll put it in there. So you can have a little bit of fun. And then of course, as soon as I get enough comments, as soon as I get enough input, I will pop it in the comments as well to answer. There you go, right. So there you go, that's that done for series or round 1. Unfortunately, there won't be a round 2 just because of the amount of time that it does take out of my day job as such. So I've got to spend doing other things. I am currently doing this. So again, this is a little bit of fun for you when it comes to people who like golf club reviews. That is what I am reviewing, and I've got the VGIO2 as well. So I'm part all the way through doing that. I'll tell you what, I'll put this one over there so I won't have to then walk back for it. So I'm busy doing other bits and pieces as well. So thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate your time over the period of the competition. It's been great getting people's views, people's comments, people's thoughts and ideas, suggestions for the different topics for the next topic, etc. And we will be looking at doing something like this in the future if we can get enough traction, because it's a great price. Having a free custom fit set of irons of your choice from either sub 70 or 11 golf is a great thing. It is a shame because up until a point where I decided that I'm not going to do round 2, that I had an agreement with Mizuno to put up a free set of irons, free custom fit set of irons for the winner. But because of the amount of time it's taking from me, the only way that I could ever justify doing it would be some form of raffle. Well, I don't know how I could do it, but to try and make it worth my while doing. And it gets complicated, it gets messy, and to be fair, it's not something necessarily that I think it's difficult to sort of stay on the right side of everything. Doing it this way, I'm staying on the right side of everything. I've got nothing to do with anything. It's been donated completely from the other side, and the money that I'm making from this is purely from Google ad revenue. So everything is disconnected, everything is away from each other, and it's all above board and honest. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame that we can't do a Mizuno giveaway on that one, but yeah, obviously the reasons are the reasons. So right guys, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all your time and efforts as well. I appreciate even more if you could watch the Hot Metal Pro video, which is coming if you're watching it live, or if you're watching this on replay, it is coming or it will be on the channel listing by, yeah, if you're watching it about an hour's time, because it's about 45 minutes to go. Fun one, JPX925, JPX923, Hot Metal Pro for the people that already use the Hot Metal Pro with the 923. Is it worth updating? Is it? We'll have to see. Right guys, appreciate it as always. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see everybody soon.